TV's gotten crazy good, you know.
Tell me why.
In your mouth.
Yes, every single day. Yum, yum, yum.
Hey!
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI. This is the pitch meeting for Coraline. Now, I just watched Coraline earlier today, and my reaction to that is going to go up on Patreon at some point in the very near future, and then 2 weeks later, it'll be up on the public channel for everybody to watch and enjoy. So if you liked the movie Coraline, first of all, I got questions about you. Go to patreon.com/FWCI if you want early access to that one. But Ryan George covering this, This is a pitch meeting I always saw the thumbnail for, and I was always a bit curious, like, why that movie? Like, why did you do a pitch meeting about that particular movie? And now that I've seen it, I definitely understand. If I had to describe it in one word, unsettling the entire way through. From the very, very start to the very, very end, the entire movie was just very unsettling. But it was a hell of a movie, and I still enjoyed it. But let's see what Ryan George's take is on the movie Coraline.
So, you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. It's a fun little animated movie for kids.
Oh, that sounds like fun. What's it about?
Wait a minute. A fun little animated movie for kids. Are you shitting me?
Oh. It's about this girl, Coraline, who finds a magical secret passage to an alternate world that has alternate versions of her parents.
Oh, that's actually perfect. I've been promising my daughter that I'd produce a kids movie, and let me just call her real quick, okay? She's gonna love this.
Sure.
Hey, Cindy, Daddy's
You may want to wait before you make that phone call, producer guy.
finally gonna make a children's movie, just like he promised, okay?
Such a sweet moment.
She's super happy. This is really gonna help our family situation.
Anyway, Coraline's other parents have buttons sewn into their skulls where their eyes should be.
Daddy's gonna call you back, okay, Cindy?
Bye, Cindy.
What was that about the buttons?
Oh, they all have buttons sewn into their eyeballs, and Coraline's other mother has a history of stealing children's eyeballs and sewing buttons in their places.
Oh my god.
With needles so sharp you can barely feel them.
Oh, I thought I heard you say it was a kid.
Yeah, that line, they're so sharp you can barely feel the pain, like that is unsettling, man. The whole thing was unsettling.
Kids movie.
Yeah, kids are gonna love it. There's a talking cat and stuff.
Oh, talking cats are tight.
They sure are, sir.
That button thing sounds like a super horrifying element though, but start from the beginning. Maybe I'm not getting it.
Sure, well, Coraline and her parents move into a new place, but her parents are too busy to spend time with her.
Sounds like a good kids movie so far.
And she meets this local kid
Coraline's parents were shitheads, man.
named YB.
Oh, that's a cute name.
It's short for Why Born.
Wow, okay, that's like one step up from naming your kid Mistake.
Yeah, and he says that his grandmother owns the Pink Palace apartments and doesn't usually let kids move in, but he's not supposed to talk about it.
Oh.
And later, if you put two and two together, you're like, oh, it's because she knows that kids keep disappearing from there.
Yeesh, so why does she allow Coraline and her family to move in?
So the movie can happen.
Gotcha.
So anyway,
Yeah, I mean, unclear is another way to answer that, but that's the perfect way to answer that, so the movie can happen. Let's keep going.
YB gives Coraline a doll he found that looks exactly like her, except it has buttons for eyes.
Instant red flag, so she throws it away.
No, she carries it around, and eventually it starts changing places on its own.
Another massive red flag, so she throws it away.
She does not, and eventually she finds a passageway to the other world that's like a more colorful version of her home.
Where the parents have buttons sewn into their skulls. Please tell me that's a red flag for her.
Oh yeah, that does freak her out.
Okay, good.
For about 5 seconds, then she immediately and completely gets over it and has dinner with them.
Well, she was trying to not be judgmental, and let's be honest, that fake world the other mother created was a pretty big step up from the shit that Coraline was dealing with in reality.
does. Yeah, and she's gonna go back to the real world, and that's just gonna confirm how amazing everything is in the other world. She wants her mom to buy her a pair of $25 gloves, but she doesn't want to.
Totally reasonable decision, actually.
So Coraline's gonna go back into the other world and just have a great time.
Oh yeah? What kind of stuff does she do?
Well, these two silly old ladies are gonna put on a big show, and the audience is gonna be filled with...
Forgot about this part.
dogs.
Oh, okay. You know what? Other than the button thing and the doll thing, this actually sounds like a pretty good movie for kids.
And the two old ladies are gonna be practically naked. One of them's barely covering up her nipples.
Oh, there it is.
And eventually Coraline's gonna start to catch on that stuff in the other world is kind of weird.
Finally, so how does she start to catch on?
Well, first of all, her other mother tells her she can stay forever if she gets her eyeballs replaced with buttons.
Wow, at this point I'm surprised she caught on that that's a red flag.
Yeah, and also her other father and other...
Come on, Ryan George. Don't you be shit-talking Coraline like that.
YB start to warn her that other mother created this whole place just to lure her in. So how are other father and other YB able to warn her? What do you mean? Well, if the other mother created the whole world, that means she also created other father and other YB, right? So why would she create them with free will and an understanding of good and evil? I don't know.
Very good point. It's just the spirit of goodness oozing through to take this witch down. Let's go with that.
Fair enough. So eventually Coraline's gonna get thrown inside a mirror where she's gonna meet the eyeless ghosts of children that have been there so long they've forgotten their lives. Oh, why are you like this? It's just
Why are you like this? Yes, whoever made Coraline. That's my question. Because that is the most horribly depressing thing ever, isn't it?
Children that have been there so long they've forgotten their lives. Oh, why are you like this? It's just fun times. What kind of awful stuff happened to you as a kid? You couldn't possibly imagine. So anyway, the dead kids are like, if you find our eyes, you'll free our souls. So she sets out to find the eyes. Yes, she has to find all 3 of them. I thought you said there were 3 kids, so she'd have to find 6 eyeballs. Listen, who's to say how many eyes humans have? Biologists. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have to find 6 eyeballs, for real.
Nobody knows. So I imagine it's gonna be hard for Coraline to wander around in a world that other mother completely created and look for the dead kid eyes. Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, we're gonna say that the other mother has a thing for games, so Coraline's gonna be like, I have a game. Let me try to find the eyeballs. And that works. It does, and so then she does. Wow, well, I'm glad the horrifying moments are over and we can wrap up. And then other mother's gonna turn into a giant spider with needles for limbs, and her eyes are gonna get gouged out, and she's gonna blindly chase Coraline through a giant, disgusting web and try to rip her eyes out.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. It's fucked.
I did. So what do you think of the movie? Well, it sounds absolutely horrifying, but I already promised my daughter we'd make it, so I guess my hands are tied. Fantastic. And I think if I hire a band like They Might Be Giants to put together kind of a fun soundtrack, we could maybe make this enjoyable for kids. Oh, that's a really good way to lighten things up. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't work out. What?
They Might Be Giants created a Coraline soundtrack that was never used. I don't know who They Might Be Giants are. But the soundtrack of that movie was weird anyway. It was just that like these like chanting little like whimsical jingly sounding like background things. Everything about this movie was so friggin' weird. And it was so weird that it actually became this spectacle that was just really hard to look away from. And I'm guessing this is animated and not stop motion, but a lot of the I don't know how much they integrated like reality into this movie, but it looked absolutely beautiful. Coraline was a fantastic character. I mean, I talk about it all in the reaction that's coming out pretty soon, but yeah, the movie was absolutely disturbing. Ryan George is right on the money with that. How did this ever get made? Like, I guess you look back on Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that, and it's, you know, there is a history and a culture of these really sincerely creepy movies that just happen to be aimed at kids at the same time. So if you're one of those weird kids that watched The Nightmare Before Christmas and was like, yoo, this is amazing, and it didn't just give you nightmares, I hope you enjoyed this video, and go check out my Coraline reaction when it comes out. Patreon.com/FWCI if you want early access. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, see you in the next video. Peace!